Where the hell were you? We were about to call the police. You're drunk. Why aren't you saying anything? I tried calling your cell phone. Drove around all over town, tried to find you. Your mother's in absolute distress, and she's not telling me anything. What happened, Shane? All right, go ahead, stare at your damn shoes. Remain reticent like you always do. You know, we don't know anything about your life. But I guess that's how you want it. Well, it all ends tonight. I've had enough.
We're strangers. Do you know why we adopted you? It wasn't because I was infertile. We wanted the experience of raising a child. We both wanted to be humbled and met with challenges. We wanted a living reminder how precious life is. All families are dysfunctional. You think I'm not aware of my problems? They surge through my head every day. We have regrets about how we raised you. What parent hasn't? We're imperfect. Like you. When's the last time you visited a friend? Why is it that you can never seem to commit yourself to any sort of relationship? It's like you're isolating yourself from any possible love that could be given to you. You want to do things on your own. Your father and I encourage that. Remember this. Your family is your greatest source of succor. Sure, you've thought about what it would have been like to have been raised by your real mother. I've often thought about what it would have been to raise a child of my own. We don't have to share blood to understand one another. The day after you were born, I remember my father and I were on a hike on Monarch Trail. We were admiring the river from the bridge. And I spotted a deer and her fawn. And I thought, I have a son. I I'm going to raise another human being who breathes the same air I breathe, and who someday will grow to be a man. Didn't know how difficult it would be to raise a child then. That image, the deer and her baby, it's a promise.
I was young and lost once. Took me years to learn what constitutes a good life. Never told you this before, Shane. I recall a time when your mom and I were on a cruise. You were only 3 months old, so we brought you with us. I would walk around the deck holding you in my arms before sleeping, as I had bouts of insomnia then. One night, I can't tell you what it was. One night, some force drew me closer to the railing. A voice whispered in my ear to toss you into the waves. I almost let you slip from my hands. But I immediately drew back from the water and held you as tight to me as I possibly could. I think each child is brought into this world with hope. They're latent redeemers. Someone who might destroy the devil to make the world a bit brighter. Imagine all the countless saviors been lost because someone listened to the Pharaoh's orders to toss their children into the river.
Camera rolling and action.
Production for Poets in a Modern World has reached its midpoint. Because of the continuous support of countless people across the world who yearn for art created with sincerity and purity, 20% of the funds necessary to tell half of this story were raised. With over 2 miles of footage sent through our 16mm camera, another 2 miles remains untraveled. Only 49% of Poets in a Modern World is left to capture. My gratitude for those who have helped us along the way is inexpressible. This film has been chiefly funded out of my own pocket, and now the rest of the budget lies in the hands of its supporters. If you desire to see the completed film, please consider giving towards the latter part of production to carry our sales to the final destination. Once Poets in a Modern World is ready for the screen, the picture will be taken around the United States for screenings at a myriad of independent cinemas and any film festivals that aren't frightened by its countercultural nature. It is the hope of my cast and crew that the last reel of film will roll through the camera towards the end of 2024. Visit bit.ly/support-poet to join our voyage and help us create a more beautiful cinema together.